Hi everybody, it's Julie and we are back with the Spring Blossom embellishment series, and we are actually going to embellish these 2 pages. I did add one of the tags. This is the tag with the contact paper magazine piece, and we've just stuck it in this little pocket. This was the back side of the music page. And there was writing here, so we've covered it with one of the panel cards. So we're going to work on this page first. And what I have is I have taken one of the book pages and cut it out. And then I've cut it down to 4 inches. So 4 inches. And I've made sure, well, it doesn't matter now, but that there was writing on this side and that it was in the right direction. I've added the Do All Things note paper here, just using the ATG gun, and then folded it in half. So we are going to make a side border tuck for this page, and the way that we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead and I am going to take the scrap piece of the handkerchief, and I am going to glue it, and then I'm also going to be using this this little piece here. So I can actually come down to the bottom of the handkerchief here, or not the handkerchief, but I can cut across at the line here, because I've cut those tucks out of the corners to use the corners in the book, and then this ends up being the perfect page for this to kind of come off the edge and to be in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ATG glue onto the actual page. I'm going to come down to this sentence after this paragraph ends that says, "Aren't you?" And what? Well, that was not that was not what I meant to do. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start again. Come down to "Aren't you?" Come over and do the same thing right up the corner. I'm going to go ahead and bring it down one in the center, one across the bottom, and one across there. Maybe 2 across the top. Okay, so I'm going to take my handkerchief, and you either have a blue one or you have a yellow one in your physical kit. And I'm just going to go ahead. That's a little more than I wanted it to go off the edge. I just barely want it to go off the edge. Okay. So about like that. Okay. And then I'm going to come back and use my material scissors and cut right along the edge. Might be easier to turn it over. Don't cut the fold. Okay, and I cut right up to the edge. Okay. Now, I could go ahead and rub that off, but it's okay because I'm going to use it for this. So what I'm going to do here is, this is going to fit on there. I want the pink edge. I want it to come over, and then I'm going to glue it. I'm going to cut it on this side. Okay? And so I'm going to come in right across that "Aren't you?" Come down this edge, and the bottom. Okay, so now I'm just going to come back and I'm gluing. This is part of the wrapping paper. You got 5 of these little, the flower market booth. I don't know what to call it. Okay, so we'll save that. It goes all the way down to the bottom perfectly. And then come in and cut right along the edge there. So that gives us this flip. We have our little edge here. Come back and we're going to add it right in here. And so it's going to come up to the edge. So we are going to go in a U. Okay, if it was a U, it'd be like this. Okay, so we're going to go across the top, starting at the fold, and in, down the edge. This is the edge that opens up, and across the other side as well. Okay? All the way to the edge. Okay, make sure that we don't have any glue, and then we're going to open it up, come down to the bottom corner, and attach it. Come up to the top and attach it. And there we have our border side tuck that opens up and says do all things, and you'll be able to write right inside there. Okay, so now we're going to check that out, see that we get a little bit of blue showing. Kind of nice to have the pieces of the handkerchief showing. And then what we have is we have this girl. You can see it's a Valentine. This was in the Valentine package that I gifted to the ladies that had purchased the full kit. So we are going to put her right here. And of course the Valentine message isn't going to help us any. So I'm going to go ahead and tear. I'm going to hold with my left hand, tear with my right. And I'm just going to fussy, it's like fussy cutting, only I'm going to fussy tear. Okay, so I'm going to come around the bib of her dress. And there's a couple leaves here, and a leaf here. And I come in and around her elbow. And let's see. Okay, so over this side, we'll go ahead and go around her clothing. There's a flower here that kind of comes out to the edge. We're going to start back in. So I call this fussy tearing. I'm tearing around the outside of the objects. Here I'm going around the hollyhocks. I can't believe it. My mom and I were driving around in Ohio and there's already hollyhocks blooming. And people's daffodils are just starting to bloom. I mean, it's crazy. Our weather here has been just so weird. We had rain today though. Just a little bit, but everything got wet. And we're still forecasted to have clouds and possible rain throughout the day. It's just been a nice little rain. I think it's raining again. Possibly. Okay, so we've gone around, fussy cut all the way around her. And then let's go ahead and just come across the bottom. So this is another one of my antique postcards, and I gifted them for Valentine's Day, because that's around when this kit came out. And there. So we're going to put her there. You know, I may end up changing that out. I'm going to go ahead and put this back. I don't like that color combination, but I do know I want her here. So then I'm going to put this down here. And you can glue it. I'm going to use this because it's faster and it will be done. The glue, I have to sit here and keep gluing it down. And I am behind on videos. I was way ahead and then I got behind. I had a lot of stuff that had to be put away, and you couldn't even get to my desk. There was a period of the day that you couldn't even get in my room. Okay, so here we go. We'll just put her down here, and that will give us a little bit more done in this book. So you'll have that. We'll be able to come in and put something in there. I think we'll put that there for right now. And then we'll be able to come back and add something here. I don't know what. So we have a number of items to still add in. So that is where we are now. So we've gone ahead and added this blue handkerchief piece here. And we do still have a couple of edges of the handkerchief that we'll be able to use. And again, I wanted to use those to be like they were lace. So we'll probably want to add something in this area. And so we'll see what we do there. Okay? So I hope you're enjoying this video. If you are, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, put them down below. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe and have an amazing day. Bye. And thank you.